Troy and you have this beautiful chemistry and this perfect amount of knowledge and also a little bit of fun. And you guys will get salty, too, if something needs to be called out, which I appreciate and respect.
Yeah, and unfortunately, too, well, thank you. A lot of stuff is needed to be called out this year, I think, with regard to the officiating and whatnot. I hope that, we've got a Super Bowl coming up in Miami, and you just hope that coming out of that, it's a conversation about who won and who lost, not why somebody got ripped off by a call. And I just think every year it's the biggest part of our job is understanding the rules. And if we don't understand it, I have Mike Pereira, two bodies to my right on the other side of Troy, and he's the ultimate catch-all. And it's just become so confusing that I think the average fan is looking at it like, some of these things don't pass the vision or the smell test, and that's the tough thing. They made it infinitely more difficult on these officials to do these games, and in this day and age, there just doesn't seem to be a lot of patience for a mistake. So I'm hopeful, and maybe by the end of the year, this will have cleared up a little bit, but it seems like every Monday you come out of a weekend of football and something else happened where they blew a play dead, and it should have been a fumbled return for a touchdown and whatever it might be, or a phantom call. It's unfortunate. They're aware of it, and, I think they're trying to get a better handle on it.
Do you get a call from the league? Because I would assume the networks don't want you calling things out with the league because they have to deal with negotiations business-wise with the NFL. But I think at this point, you and Troy are voices of the game, voices of the league. Do you feel obligated to call things out and make sure people understand, yeah, Joe's seeing the same things we are? And a follow-up to that is, do you get calls from people that aren't happy with the stuff that you guys say during games?
It's a great question. I can honestly say that I've been doing this professionally since I was 21, and I've never had a league call with any complaint of anything that I've said. And I think, as you said, you are seeing the same thing the fans are seeing. And if you're going to hide the truth or not be honest about what your opinion is, to me, Troy Aikman's won 3 Super Bowls. He's earned his opinion. He's been out there. He's given the blood, sweat, and tears. He knows what it takes to win. He's taken a million hits at quarterback, and sometimes some of these, hand slaps on the top of the helmet drive him crazy. But we understand the rules, and you can not love the rule, whatever it may be, and still accept the call, because that's just the way they want it called. And I think that's been a major shift in the way he thinks and the way I think, consequently. But you can also understand the rule and then not agree with the way that they interpreted the rule or called it in that instance. That's why pass interference is such a subjective call that I think you have to be honest. And if you don't have your honesty, then I think you're asking people to believe you some of the time. And I think you have to be consistent, and if you feel it, say it. You can't be idiotic and just, I think eventually fans don't want to hear that over and over and over. You have to have a balance, but I think you have to be honest with what you're seeing and then just not continually bang the drum and go back to it.
Yeah, because you could lose credibility if you're not speaking for the fan when every other time you are. I think you and Troy balance it beautifully.